Hello, I'm Claudia, also known as Claudia the Medium. In this video, I want to share a very personal experience I had connecting with the spirit of a young woman named Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Celeste was born on September 7th, 2010, and was tragically found dismembered in the trunk of a Tesla at an LA tow yard on September 8th, 2025. Through this connection, I hope to give voice to those who have been silenced. And since this is an open investigation, for legal reasons, I cannot mention certain names. When connecting with her spirit, Celeste psychically came through very clearly, both in voice and vibrationally. Telepathically, she told me she was getting ready for school in whichever dimension she is at now. Beside her, I sensed an older male presence, felt like a type of grandfather-like spirit protecting her. I heard the name Patrick. I sensed this gentleman acts as a sort of caretaker for her on the other side. Celeste also asked me to call her Mimi, which she said is what her friends used to call her. So respectfully, for the rest of this video, I will be using her requested nickname. For those new to this channel, messages from spirits can come through as words, feelings, or visions to me. I asked Mimi if she had passed naturally or unnaturally. I heard her reply, it was not natural. Immediately, she gave me the sensation that there was at least 3 masculine energies and 1 feminine involved in her transition. It's well known that during the time of her disappearance, she was also involved with a famous singer, whom, for legal reasons, I will only refer to as D. I asked Mimi if this D character was involved as well in her transition, and she gave me the impression that he was part of a chain of events that led to it. I asked Mimi how she transitioned, and she proceeded to show me her final day through visuals. First, she shows me herself getting into a vehicle with someone whom I get the feeling she trusted. I cannot see his face, but from what I gather, it feels like it was this D character. I feel like she's being blindfolded at this point because she's telling me she cannot see anything. I sense that both are making some sort of promise to each other. I keep hearing the words, "Are you scared? Are you scared?" I also hear the words, "You promise, right? Promise me." I ask her where she's going, and I hear the words coming from her, "He told me a party in LA." At this point, she's showing me that she's going to this event. This drive feels very, very long. She feels like she was being picked up far away from this event. From her, I'm not sensing any fear. I just get the feeling that she just wants to get this thing over with. I then see the car stops at what looks to me like a large brick abandoned warehouse. From the outside, at least. It feels also like it was repainted at one point. Could have been red brick as well. Inside, as she's entering, it feels there's this cold air that I immediately feel. There's also this sterile-like energy. The floor has a very heavy echo. This building as well could have been modernized. Feels like it was renovated at one point. Through Mimi, I still can't see anything through her eyes. Also, her hands somehow feel restrained. I see her, what looks like she's being led into this room. I see a bed in this room, but I don't see windows. feels very cut off from this building. Finally, this person removes her blindfold, but through her eyes, I still cannot see anything, but I'm being held inside this room. She's waiting in this dark room that feels like eternity. This is when the energy shifts, and I'm starting to feel very uncomfortable for her. I visually see at least several people enter the room. The 3 masculine and 1 feminine energy I mentioned earlier. And this is when she's giving me the feeling of sharp pain coming from her. This pain is coming from Mimi from different directions. That these people are directed at her. It felt as though what was happening was being recorded. At the same time, I sense other people enter the building. Again, Mimi is still in a separate enclosure within the building. I hear music being played in the distance, some type of production or party. I sense people of great influence connected to the music industry. I keep hearing music industry. This was some type of black tie private event. Lots of people at this event. I keep seeing the image of a very famous singer. She has dark complexion. She performed at the Super Bowl at one point. Lots of A-listers at this event. I keep hearing the words, they know, they know. What is happening to Mimi in this room is being played at this private event. I see lots of screens. It's just very ritualistic. These people are very sick people at this event. I also hear, they took my shoe. They took my shoe. Then I hear the words, he knew, he planned it. I thought he loved me. I thought he loved me. She then shows me an image resembling what looks to me like an X-ray. She's showing me an X-ray of her organs. She's not giving me a clear answer which organ, but from what it looks like could have been a liver that was damaged or possibly consumed. I keep feeling this is just a very ritualistic type of event. This is not a normal party. I want to point out, though, that from the outside, this party can appear like a normal event. Could have been disguised as a fundraiser of some kind, I'm not sure, but this crime is being recorded. It feels like this is not the first time that this has happened. I asked Mimi, was she pregnant at the time of her passing? And I get the word no. On the other side, I do believe that Mimi sees the truth clearly now. I do not feel that she is emotionally connected to her old body or life, and views her experiences in this dimension in a very analytical and detached way. My last question to her was why she was so drawn to D and why she left her family so young. She gave me the answer energetically. She explained that she unconsciously gravitated towards D because they both carried deep emotional wounds from an early negative experience with male authority figures, and as well as the absence of maternal protection. It feels like both energies had unhealed pain, which you could call trauma bonding, which created this unspoken connection. I believe Mimi looked to D for comfort and safety, believing he could protect her. And this is the energy I picked up. Thank you for listening to me channel Mimi's story. If this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care and stay safe.